I have so many hundreds and hundreds and probably thousands of testimonies that come out of what I'm preaching right now. Last time I was here was in January, and then we did another conference out in LA at Chase Church. When I got picked up from the airport for that conference, I was actually coming down very, you think you have traffic here. Yeah. Is it 5? I don't know. I don't know what the route is, but it's 6 lanes of stop. But I'm in the car with my buddy, Brian, Barcelona. I'm in the car with him, and I'm like, man, look at these motorcycles, dude. They're cruising. It's dangerous what they're doing right now. Because the motorcycles just go in between and just go. They're just gone. And I'm like, man, God protect them. Mercy. All of a sudden, boom, a biker gets run over. Truck pulls over right in front of the biker. Boom, he's down. Big, huge biker guy. Tattoos everywhere. I can't sit in the car. I need to be in that right now. Doesn't matter. I'm not in a hurry to get nowhere. People are always in a hurry to get nowhere. I run up on this scene, and he's on the ground. There's a business guy that's standing there in front of him, kind of like he's got his business stuff on. It's the afternoon. It's on the way home. He's like stopping people from running this guy over, just like there's nobody else there, just this one guy. And I mean, I know it just happened. I run up on the scene, and this guy's on the ground. And he's like, Aah! I mean, he's a big, blood-covered biker, man. Angry. And I look down, and his ankle is twisted the whole way backwards. His knee is forward, and his ankle is backwards. That causes a lot of pain, shock, all that stuff, man. I mean, I've never had that happen, but it was nasty. I ran up to the guy and I said, hey, he's what? He didn't want to talk to me. I said, do you know Jesus, man? Do you know Jesus? I have to know that he does, because I don't know how severe everything is. Where's the sold out Christian at? Where's the one that's given himself completely to this? Where's the one that's not in it for him, but in it for him? Where's the one that's given themselves completely, that's not afraid to get messy in life? Where's the one that's not influenced by his surroundings, but is one that will influence his surroundings because of Christ in him, the hope of glory? You see it all the time. Guaranteed. You guys weren't there yet. The ambulance people weren't there yet. Paramedics weren't there, but I was. I said, do you know Jesus? He says, what the blank are you talking? I said, you heard me, man. Do you know Jesus, man? He goes, why are you asking me? I said, because I need to know right now. You need to talk to me. Yes, I blanking got Jesus. I get down on him and I grab his hand. He's covered with blood. What are you going to do? You might get something. I will not live in fear. I will not be afraid. None go with me. I will go, because he's with me. I am not afraid. I am never going to die. One day I'll put off this tent, but to live is Christ and to die is gain. And you will not talk me out of this. And you cannot reject me because you did not accept me. God accepted me. So you can never take away what you never gave me. And I will not bow to circumstances. Circumstances will bow to me and my King. Real life situation, man. And I'm holding his hand. And he says, yeah, I got Jesus. I said, man, come on. I'm going to hold you and I'm going to pray for you, man. And I'm going to stay here with you right now. Look at me. Don't look at me. And I'm talking to him. You think, trying to keep him out of shock. No. I'm peering right into his soul and bringing the reality of my King into his life. Right now. He loves you, man. No matter what you think, he loves you. It doesn't matter what you thought about your life before today. Right now, God loves you, and I'm here to tell you how much he loves you. I love you, man. I'm so glad that I came up on you right now. Me too. He is freaking out. I said, are you a father? How can I be a father? Look at my ankle. I said, what does your ankle have to do with your heart? Do you love Jesus, man? It's time now. Do you love him? Yeah, good. Then you got a good daddy that will teach you how to be a good daddy. You're an amazing father, and I spoke into him as a son of God. Now a cop comes, LAPD. He comes up on the scene. Big police officer, man. Comes up, he goes, who the blank are you? Get the blank away. I said, absolutely not. Do you know Jesus, man? I'm not kidding. See, it sounds funny. On the scene, it wasn't funny. You would have been like, God, you're going to jail. Go ahead. Put me in jail. You can't take this from me. The prison guards will get saved. I'm not kidding. See, I'm sold out. It doesn't matter. You can't shut this down. Until I die, I will preach the truth. I will speak the truth in love. Just like I've been all weekend here. I do it every day of my life. Every encounter is an encounter with the truth. I don't have anything else to talk about except my Jesus. Nothing. Ever. In any situation. I mean, I had small talk, but it's coming to Jesus. Because he's the only thing that matters. He's the name above every name. He's the name that trumps every situation that you're in. And no matter what, he is on hand. He wants you to know that he is Lord. He wants you to know that he is the King of kings. And you are a king that he's a king of. You are a royal priesthood, a holy generation set apart for good works. You have a crown of righteousness laid up for you one day when you stand before him. But you can live in righteousness right now through the free gift that he's given you and the abundance of grace that helps you unwrap that thing and empowers you to walk out that thing. And that is who you've been called to be. You've been called to be sons and daughters. And the cop's looking at me. I said, man, I can't leave him. I will not leave him. Listen, man, do you know Jesus? What? He's cussing. Don't you blank and move him. I said, I'm not going to move him. I know the rules, man. Here's my rule. Love the Lord thy God with all my heart, my strength, my soul, and my mind. And love my neighbor as myself. And that cop's my neighbor. He just doesn't know it yet. I said, I will not move him, but I will not leave him. He goes, just don't move him. The paramedics are on the way. I said, all right. Bless you. Guys looking at me off the ground. Who are you, man? So I'm a Christian that's sold out, man. Just like you're going to be. Why? Because this infects the world around you. Because I am to endure the suffering for doing good, for the sake of God's elect that's on the ground in front of me right now. God's elect that's persecuting me right there, that cop that needs to know my Jesus. But maybe he's never met a sold-out Christian. Maybe if he does, he would have hope inside of him for the guy in the back seat, in which I used to be for 22 years of my life. But how could he know? Lest he see. You are to live as an example. You are to be an example in a lost and dying world of what it means to be a son that's on fire. Really true. Get possessed with this. Let it provoke you. I'm hoping to just, boom, thump your heart where you're, where a situation you can't hold back anymore because the fear of holding God back is outweighed by the fear. See, there's a place to where the fear of being afraid of people is dominating. You can't do it anymore. You're inside, you're like, ah, and you explode, man. You just let him out. It's awesome. Like a lion, and that's it. And you find out that all that other stuff was lies. Sorry if you're in the spray zone today. Paramedics come, and when the EMTs come, it's time for me to back away, because that's grace. I know because I've been in lots of situations like that. When they come, they're the professionals. I say, thank you so much for letting me be a part of this. I'm just going to pray. I walk away so that they can get their hands in because they have to secure the neck. They have to do everything. I was making sure that that was steady when I was there. Prayed for him. I did not see his ankle flip around. Prayed for him the whole time, that his body would be healed of any internal injuries, anything that's happened in his body, that he would be made whole. I believe that. I'm totally on page. I wish I could tell you that his leg flipped around, but it didn't. It would have been amazing. But I wish that it would have flipped around. But it didn't. So thankful to be a Christian. I'm so thankful to be on fire. I'm so thankful to just be in love with Jesus. He is so powerful. He is so lovely. He is so worthy. He's worthy. Worthy is the Lamb that is slain. Worthy. He's everything. If you would just see the opportunity that you have every day, you would stop letting sin ensnare you and enslave you, because you'd realize that you're no longer a slave of sin, but you are a slave unto righteousness. You're a slave unto this King that saw all your trash and all your junk and said, I want that one. The one that was hanging on a tree because you were the joy set before him, because he knew that by him enduring that suffering and all that junk that he went through, men are a king that never sinned before. Saw you, said, I want that one. I'll do this just for the one, just for the one. So I backed away. And the cop's talking to this guy. Shared this the other night. The cop's talking to this guy. And I said, hey. He goes, what? I said, man, I don't think you heard me, man, when I was talking to you. I asked you if you knew Jesus. You didn't tell me. He said, what does that have to do with anything? I said, everything, man. And I shared my testimony with him. And I said, I was the guy sitting in the back of your car, man. Not one cop my whole life, and every time I got arrested, and every time I got in trouble, not one cop told me about Jesus. Not one. Not one. And what a position of authority that you have. The people are in the back of your car, and they can't do anything but listen. See, now I know police officers. I know FBI agents that are on fire for Jesus, man. Possessed by God. The other day, I was flying back from Europe, and I'm on the train. My wife and I are on the train, just from in Washington, Dulles. And I saw a guy with a shirt on that said, serve your country. And I'm like, man, thank you for serving, man. Bless you. He said, oh, thanks, man. Turns around. My wife and I are just getting ready to go to baggage claim, get our stuff. Turns around and he goes, sir, I didn't know who you were. Thanks for what you do. And he hands me his thing. He's a CIA agent. I thought, whoa. CIA knows who I am. I'm not kidding. Just see when I got an email from the FBI. I mean, I'm clean, so I don't have anything to worry about. But it's weird. But it's amazing. So listen to the testimonies of what's happening inside the federal building. Of Jesus encounters, overwhelming encounters where people are getting wrecked by the gospel. And he knows people that are in the CIA that are getting wrecked with the gospel. All it takes is one. All it takes is one. What did Jesus do with 12? If you would see who you are, hell would tremble when you walk instead of us being afraid. All it takes is selling out. Sell out everything you are so you can finally become who Jesus says you are. Son of your papa. I tell the cop, I said, man, I was in the back of so many cop cars, man. Nobody ever told me about Jesus, man. I said, and I got rescued. I got shot at, man. 3 meters away. Boom, 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 boom. And Jesus spoke to me. Told me, He loved me. Told me that, am I ready to live for him yet? And what kind of opportunity? Did you ever get shot at with a 9mm, I'm saying? To him? No. Well, if you shot at somebody from 10 feet away, would you hit him? What if you were a bad shot? I'd hit him. Exactly. I wasn't. A full clip, dude. That's why I'm crazy. Because I'm crazy in love with the one that spared my life when I should have died. Now I'm alive. And I'm alive and in front of you telling you about Jesus, man. You've met a sold-out Christian that's not afraid. I love you, man. But if you knew this, you could tell people in the back seat, see, I was that guy. Now I know Jesus. I travel and I preach the gospel and you can't stop it. And he's like, I had no idea. Thank you, sir. He walks away. I don't care what he looks at. He goes, whatever, he can do whatever he wants. It's the truth. You can't stop it. It's real.